Hello dear students, this is the revision video of class 6 chapter number 1 types of computers, and in this video I'm going to discuss these topics. First, introduction to computer. Second, classification of computers on the basis of operation, means on the basis of working principle. Third, classification of computer on the basis of size and performance. And fourth, classification of computer language. So let us come to the first topic, introduction to computer. You, a computer is an electronic device or machine that accepts raw data as input, processes the data, and produces the result as output. It is also able to take logical decision and stores a large amount of data for future use. So students, this is the perfect definition of computer. You can use this definition in a standard 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Okay. In this definition, it is written that it is an electronic device or machine that accepts the raw data as input. Means with the help of keyboard or mouse or any type of input device, you can input the raw data into the computer. The data goes to the processor. It processes the data. The processor of the computer, the CPU of the computer processes the data and produces the result as output. And the result is displayed on the output unit like monitor or printer. Now, second point, it is saying that it is also able to take logical decision, means it is able to check the condition, whether the condition is true or false, and it stores a large amount of data for future use. So this point is clear, children. Now coming to the next topic, classification of computers. You can see this diagram. Computer can be classified in many ways. First, it can be classified on the basis of working principle, and it can be analog, digital, and hybrid. Second, it can be classified on the basis of size and performance. And there are four types of computers on the basis of size and performance: micro, mini, mainframe, and super. Third, by the purpose of use. It can be of two types: general purpose and special purpose. Now, this topic, I'm going to discuss this topic, types of computer on the basis of working principle. And it can be analog computers, digital computers, and hybrid computers. So let us have a look here. What are analog computers? Analog computers work on continuous data. It is used to process analog data. Analog data means the data which is in the form of, the analog computer measures the continuous data which is in the form of electrical or physical magnitudes like voltage, pressure, water flow, etc. And analog computers have the ability to accept input which vary with time and intensity and directly apply them to various devices which perform desired operation. It means what? This computer works on continuous data. Suppose you are going, suppose you are in a hospital, okay, and your heartbeat is measured with the help of ECG machine. It generates continuous heartbeat of your computer. It records continuous heartbeat of your computer and generates the result. So what is ECG machine? It is a type of analog computer. Suppose you are going inside a vehicle and the speedometer of your vehicle records the speed of your bike or speed of your vehicle continuously. What is the speedometer here? A speedometer is the example of analog computers. Okay. Now coming to digital computers. A digital computer operates directly on decimal digits. It operates directly on decimal digit that represents either discrete or symbols. Means this computer works on discontinuous data. Data is in discrete form. Data is not continuous. And these computers works on numbers. It can perform some types of arithmetic problems. Okay. It is able to take logical decisions, and this computer works on numbers, which is in the form of 0 and 1. And you can say digital computers are faster than analog computers. Its processing speed is much faster than analog computers. Digital computers basically knows how to count the digits, and these computers are basically used for business, scientific applications, etc. You can say your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, your personal computers, desktop computers, these are the examples of digital computers. Now coming to hybrid computers. Hybrid computers utilize best qualities of both analog and digital computers. Means both the types of computers are combined together to form hybrid computer. It is a mixture of analog and digital computers. Hybrid computers are the examples of analog. It is the mixture of hybrid computers is the mixture of analog as well as digital computers. You can say the ultrasound machine, which is used in hospitals, it is an example of hybrid computer. Now blood pressure machine, digital blood pressure machines, it is also an example of hybrid computers. Now coming to next topic, children. Classification of computers on the basis of size and configuration. And it is of the following four types: microcomputers, mini computers, mainframe computers, and supercomputers. As you can see, microcomputers are also known as personal computers. A microcomputer is a computer whose CPU is a microprocessor. There is only one microprocessor inside that computer. Microprocessor is also known as CPU of the computer, and a microprocessor is a processor all of whose components are on a single integrated circuit chip. A personal computers are a kind of microcomputers. All the personal computers are a kind of microcomputers. These computers are used for personal use. Example, desktop computers, laptop computers, smartphones, notebook, etc. Now you can see these are the examples. Desktop, laptop, notebook, these are the examples of microcomputers. Now second one is mini computer. They are smaller versions of mainframe computers, and it has more processing power than microcomputer. Generally, they offer the same computing power as bigger counterparts. The most important advantage of a mini computer over a mainframe computer is that it is cheaper in cost, smaller in size, and reliable. You can say mini computers are medium-sized computers which are having higher storage capacity and higher processing speed than microcomputers. Okay, and it has higher memory capacity, higher storage speed, higher processing power, and it is uh, sometimes it is bigger than microcomputers. You can see the diagram of a mini computer. Sometimes it is used as a server computer. And sometimes this mini computer is in the form of a small laptop. Okay, but its processing power and its storage capacity, its memory power is more than that of microcomputers. This mini computer is more expensive than microcomputers but less expensive than mainframe computers, and it is able to support 200 users simultaneously. You can see, children, this Honeywell XPS 100 is an example of mini computers. Now let us move to different topic. Now next is mainframe computer. They are big in size and offer the maximum computing power. A large number of peripherals can be attached to them, and generally mainframe computers are used for servers. They are used in satellites for networking, and you can say some of the examples of mainframe computers are UNIVAC 1110, UNIVAC 1160, Honeywell DSP 88860, IBM 270, etc. These are the examples of mainframe computer. And a mainframe computer can process data at a very fast speed, at a very high speed, and can process millions of instructions per second. It can process millions of instructions per second. They use more than one processor. In mainframe computer, more than one processor is found. And that is the reason why they have higher speed. They possess higher storage capacity and processing power than mini computers. Mainframe computers are having more capacity than mini computers, but less capacity than supercomputers. Now coming to supercomputers, they are the most expensive of all the computers. These computers are very big general purpose computers capable of executing more than 1 billion instructions per second. 10,000 million instruction means 1 billion instructions per second, and have a storage capacity of millions of bits per chip. Where are these computers used? These computers are used for weather forecasting, for defense purpose. These computers are used for scientific research, etc. Supercomputers are the fastest computers and are the most expensive of all the computers. Supercomputers use many processor chips and can process billions of instructions per second. You can see the picture of supercomputers. It can be the size of a big room. One supercomputer can be the size of a big room, or it can be the size of a big hall. You can say some of the examples of supercomputers are Cray 1, Cray 2, Cray 3, Param, Anurag, etc. Do you know Param is the first supercomputer? Param is the first supercomputer of India. Okay, it is developed by one of the Indian organization, CDAC. Now coming to the next topic, classification of computer language. Programming languages are basically classified into two main categories, low-level language and high-level language. Low-level language means machine language, which computer can understand. Computer understand only binary digits, that is 0 and 1. So machine language are considered as low-level language because it is in the form of 0 and 1. And another language is high-level language. It is very similar to English language. You can write instructions using high-level language, and computer will convert that instruction into machine code. So what are the examples of high-level language? Java, Logo, Basic, Visual Basic, Fortran. These are the examples of high-level language. Okay, students, thanks for watching this video.